You know what it do? Your life ain't yours no more. You working in a job you hate. You being controlled by the algorithm, all the videos you see, you being fed information, you stuck in the trap. You feel like your life is on a treadmill, hamster wheel, not going nowhere. Here's how you can escape the rat race. So we're finna get into it. I'm gonna give you a few frameworks and mindset shifts to help you escape the rat race.
You made it to the NFL, but did you ever feel like success had you on autopilot?
No, I don't feel like success ever had me on autopilot. I feel like I can always be successful in anything I do, but it's not on autopilot. Every level of my life, you got to work for something. Just because I went to the NFL, once I was over with the NFL, I had to start back at the bottom and go into corporate America and work. Once I got as far as I could get in corporate America, I wanted to do my own business. So I had to go right back to the bottom of entrepreneurs, of a first time entrepreneur, business owner, not knowing what they was doing. So then I got 4 years in to logistics business. Then I had to go right back down to the bottom and pivot and start a new business. So I think success, I mean, you have to work for success each and every day. You know what I'm saying? Your dreams, you got to chase them. You got to make them happen. You got to take action on everything you want to do. And even though I've been to these high places in life, you know, I still I wouldn't say not made it to the top because I have made it to the top in different fields, but time changes, things changes. You don't stay at the top forever. You know, you got to keep learning. And when life get hard, it's time for you to learn a new skill set. When you feel like your life is in chaos and everything's going crazy, it's on fire, nothing's going right. That's just you, building a harder, like your life is challenging you to tell you to get out your comfort zone and to start doing new and challenging things that you can conquer. And once you conquer those things, guess what? Some more challenges gonna come your way in life, and you're gonna have to figure it out again. This is a repetitive cycle over and over and over. If you've noticed that with your life. Another kind of analogy I like to use on this is, let's say we're climbing up a mountain and we get halfway up this mountain and it's no other way to go. Like you can't keep going forward. So guess what? You have to go all the way back down to the bottom of the mountain just to go up another path to get all the way to the top. Are you willing to do that? Most people not willing to give up everything they done did, worked hard for. They try to force it and make it work when there's just no way to work. Instead of going back down to the bottom, seeing a clearer path and going up. You know what I'm saying? Most people are scared to start over with anything. And that's one thing about me. I'm going to start over, whether it's being cut from the NFL, leaving corporate America, s- leaving another business that I started and going into another venture. That's just all I'm about. So that's a little bit on my mindset.
What did losing control actually look like in your life?
Losing control. I would say, I mean, working in corporate America was losing control. They dictated my schedule every day. They had my phones. I was sending emails. I was more worried about the job than my own life. I say another thing, school. I don't know. I didn't take school too serious, but I would say more corporate America. Um, that I wasn't happy with myself. I knew I could do better. Once I played in the NFL, I was like, how am I coming back here to make $50,000 a year? The most money I ever made in corporate America was $72,000, and I went with the corporate game, trying to people please and jump through hips and hoops. I mean, and just I wasn't with that political game of trying to make people happy so they might give me a promotion. I hope I'm doing what they say right. Like I wasn't with all that. So that's when I felt I was out of control. I remember I was in Las Vegas, Nevada living, and I was just like, I had like a reawakening on like, all right, I got to get my life together and finances. I got to just step it up a notch. Like, um, so that's happened in Vegas. And then eventually when I came to Atlanta, I started my own business. I jumped off the porch again, in 2020 during the pandemic. So that's when I kind of woke up. Hey, life is cool. I could have kept making corporate money, but it just wasn't like it didn't fit the lifestyle I needed. Like, and I just jumped off the porch again, started a new business venture, ran it up, and I feel win, lose, or draw. Like if you fail at business, I feel like I still gave it a shot. While most people they'll look at you and live with regrets, but they've never tried anything in their life like worth it. So that's why I went on that one.
As it relates to your mindset, when you were in Vegas and you had that wake up call, like what changed for you, or like what did you do differently? Like what did that spark for you?
It was a I was actually what did I do? I think I was either doing mushrooms or I did something like some shrooms, or I was either smoking weed or something. But I was sitting in my condo in Vegas, and I just had like a moment where I realized like you gonna die, like everybody gonna die. So it kind of lit a fire under me to like just start doing more of the stuff that I wanted. I'd always traveled and really did a lot of stuff that I wanted, but to take life in my own hands, I needed to be the manager of my life. I need to manage my business like correctly. I was working hard for Amazon and all these corporate companies, making sure the numbers was good, but I wasn't managing my life according to how I was managing the business harder than I was managing my life. So I wanted to take control of my life, ultimate accountability. Everything's my fault. There's no excuses, and just take control of that. Once you take your power back from whoever you giving your power to, it's the most rewarding feeling. And I'm not even talking about money wise. I'm talking about just, in life, having power over your own life, your own decisions, your own choices, your own actions, really stepping up and being accountable. So that's kind of a little bit on that.
How did the grind culture and always being busy start to hurt you?
Man, that grind culture, I'm gonna tell you the truth. It almost like took me up out of here. I know in 2020, when I started my business, I used to work 7 days a week. I probably worked 7 days a week, 15, 16 hours a day for, I'm gonna say, a year and a half, 2 years. I really grinded to build my own business, and but it took a toll on me. Like I remember, crashing, going to the mental health hospital, getting locked up, getting in a situation like that. It really took a toll on me. People said I wasn't sleeping, like I wasn't sleeping. I was traveling, grinding, working 7 days a week, not even shooting content. I was just in the business. I don't even know if I was a business owner. I was an employee of my own business because I was working so much. Um, but that grind, it taught me, yeah, you got to work hard, but you need to delegate and work hard on what's important to you. Ultimately, so yeah, don't grind yourself in the ground for nothing. No business, it's never that serious to neglect your health and end up delirious out here because it's not doing you any good. Yeah, you might be making money and getting paid, but what good is it if your health, you ain't in the right mindset? You just out here just working all day. Like it's cool, but it's more to life.
At what point did you say, I need to start running my life like a CEO again?
Running my life like a CEO.
Again.
That was probably in Vegas, but I did it. I did it in Vegas, and then you kind of have go through the situation. Then back in 2020, you start a business, you doing CEO stuff. But then I probably say 2023 is when I started like, okay, learning the art of delegation. Like, yeah, you can make all the money, but if you're still doing the work, like you're still working. So use the money that you make to reinvest into your company and pay for positions that you need. You might need virtual assistants. You might need people hiring 24/7. So use the money that you make from your business to reinvest into your business. It's gonna happen like that over and over. My whole life, I've always reinvested into my business. I've never, I take trips and enjoy myself and buy nice things, but I've never just I know I haven't made it yet, so I have to keep reinvesting in myself and my business and building my brand. And then, you when you look up after so far, you came so far, but you're still grinding with my head down right now, reinvesting into the business, delegating, making good decisions on what I need to do and what I don't need to do. Knowing what you don't need to do is just as important as knowing what to do. Saying no to things people, places, and things that you know mean you no good, or distractions, or saying no just to stuff that you don't want to do. People try to force themselves to do stuff that they don't want to do when you could just put that energy into doing something that you want to do. Um, so that's where I went on that one. You know,
And what's something most people don't realize about high achievers losing focus?
high achievers, Luca. I'm probably one of the most unfocused people. Like, I get distracted super easy. Um, but yeah, it's when you a high level and can do a lot of stuff, we think we can do anything. Like me, I can do anything I put my mind to. I'm a firm believer in that. But do I need to be doing it just because I can, paint or be an artist? That doesn't mean I'm about to go start painting every day. Or, just because I can be a stand-up comedian doesn't mean I'm gonna go full time into being a stand-up comedian. So just because you can do it, you need to really get crystal clear on what you want to do in life. Therefore, you don't spend time really doing the things that maybe you could do, but you don't need to be doing to get to the ultimate goal or path or journey of what you're trying to do. So, yeah, that's just a little insight, man. I try to take it a different route with these series of videos, not more of the technical aspects of business, but kind of the mindset that you got to have, or my mindset that I've had going into business. I hope it gets some insight, some value. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment. You want to see more of these kind of videos where we just talking in depth about life situations. And yeah, that's it, man. I'll get up out of here, buy some products. I got some courses down there on how to make content. You can book a call with me. If you're in Atlanta, pull up on me. We in the city working, man. We always working. You need some content, holla at me. Podcasting, you need influencers, you need merch, brand deals, whatever you need, just holla at me. We'll put some business plays together. For sure. We out of here.